Good morning. My name is Amanda Pregabon, and I am a senior undergraduate student majoring in anthropology. So this poster is highlighting my research on the dental microwear of extinct primate taxa found at the Pleistocene cave site called GSURC in South Africa. So I focused on 4 extinct primate species, Australopithecus robustus being one of them, Therapithecus danieli, Dinopithecus ingens, and Parapapiogenesee, and they're all represented in this study by dental casts, which I was able to use to collect microwear data. So in order to collect this, I used a low magnification microscope and counted various features on the occlusal surface of these dental casts. And so these frequencies were compiled and analyzed using a principal components analysis. And the frequencies of these specific sizes of either scratching or pitting features, they indicate very specific dietary signatures or chewing behaviors as well. So the main questions that I am addressing with this research are not just what did these animals eat, but also how did they eat them, and how are we able to further reconstruct the Pleistocene environment using these insights. So here we're comparing the dental signatures of the extinct primates to those of extant or modern primates. So I used gorilla as an example of a frugivore folivore, Papio ursinus as a terrestrial generalist, and Cercocebus agilis as what we call a hard object feeder. So these 3 modern primate species act as a comparative framework for 3 major primate diet proclivities, and so when we plot them alongside the extinct taxa in a principal components analysis, we can see areas where there's overlap and likely shared dietary behavior, and also areas where there's pretty distinct differences. So for example, gorilla and Australopithecus robustus both showed high rates of scratching, but several Australopithecus robustus individuals were set apart on the basis of really heavy scratch features. So this is indicating possibly like high levels of grit in the diet, which points towards terrestrial feeding. Also, the use of a dragging motion during consumption. Parapapiogenesee showed a really similar signature to Papio ursinus, indicating that Parapapiogenesee was likely also a terrestrial generalist, a lot like Papio ursinus. And we know that because it shared a mixture of light pitting and scratching. So Therapithecus danieli somewhat closely mimicked the signature of the hard object feeder, meaning it likely utilized these hard seeds and nuts and fruits in its diet. Dinopithecus ingens, it's really polarized from Australopithecus robustus due to a really high rate of pitting and a very low rate of scratching. But it was also likely a generalist with a very varied diet, much like the Papionans. So the Australopithecus robustus is likely what's going to gain the most attention due to its linkages to human ancestry and the desire to reconstruct their diet specifically. The ability to reconstruct the diet of all these other extinct primates helped piece together a full picture of the environment at GSURC in the Pleistocene. So thank you so much for your time today, and I appreciate your attention and hope you enjoy the rest of the conference. Thank you.